to join us, but we have a very, very special guest joining us all the way from Casper, Wyoming. This is a guy we've talked about many times on our show, Mr. Steve Vanderheiden. How are you, mate?
How are you? Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Very good. I'm just going to hit the theme music and then we'll get on with it.
Heck yeah.
If it All right, that'll do. Hey, it turns out I'm actually getting a call right now, so I'm going to hit the old screen share. Uh, there we are. Hold on. Swagman's just giving me a ring. Hang on.
Sweet. Oh, oh. What do we got here?
Hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, we are using Riverside. Steve, can you hear him on the call?
Negative. I cannot.
Okay.
I can hear you. I
All right.
and
Well,
you. There's just like
yeah.
a.
If you wanna switch over to Riverside, Corey, we can organize that quickly. All right. Well, you guys getting there is more important than our recording. But if you can do it, that'd be awesome. All right. Yeah, that's fine, mate. Okay, talk to you then. Bye. All right. So sorry about that. He's going to join us at some point.
Oh shoot, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah. So what were we talking about? Sorry, that
Oh,
that kind of came out of left field.
we just got started. Your
Yeah.
killer music was playing.
It's not a bad beat, that one, is it?
No, I dig it, man. It is way cool.
Apparently, a few people like it. So, as you did with me, when we spoke the other week, I'm going to do with you. I've got a couple of questions to
Yeah.
ask you to get the ball rolling on some conversations. One of them I was very tempted to ask you before we hit record, and then I realized, hang on a minute, shit, this is actually a question I want to record his answer for. So, where do you get the inspiration for your art? I've noticed a lot of it seems to have like a celestial or spacey vibe, even though if it's not specifically about space or planets. And I really enjoy that kind of thing.
As far as the inspiration, I mean, I don't know. I think it just kind of comes like, when I start painting, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, I don't know. Because it's just kind of one of those, like, however I'm like feeling at the time, maybe, I guess. I don't know.
Fair enough. So you kind of just let the mood guide your hand, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, with like the landscape stuff,
Mm,
I mean, there's really no like direction, I guess.
mm.
As far as like some of the other pieces, you know what I mean? They already have like, you know what I mean? I already have a certain like plan, I guess, for where I'm
Yeah.
gonna go.
Hey, sometimes that's the best inspiration there is. Like you don't necessarily need a muse or anything. You just let your creative juices flow once you got the paper down on the table.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I can see that's what you're doing right now as well while we're
Yeah,
talking.
yeah. I'm trying to. I just started, or I finished this one earlier
Mm.
today. It's got like the Jaws shit and
Yeah, I
all
was
the.
going to say that's got a very Jaws theme to it, and the moon in the background there. That looks pretty cool.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's the other thing too. I kind of I like taking like the pop culture
Mm,
stuff, I guess, and then like adding like landscape shit with it. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Because we all know the original like Jaws is just like the
yeah.
shark and the naked chick on there. That's right.
Hey, that's all you need to make a good movie. Just a shark and a naked chick. That'll get the
Yeah.
people into the theater. That's exactly it. Well, it's interesting you say you let the pop culture inspire you because a lot of your art seems to, I don't know, it makes me think of Warhol a bit, Andy
Yep.
Warhol.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Yeah, he is a yeah, big inspiration.
Mm,
Uh, Salvador Dali, he's another one. Uh,
That surrealism.
David Cho, I really like him just because like
Mm,
he's like started from a bottom. I mean, I guess
yep.
all artists have, you know what I mean? But I can relate
Mm.
to him more than I can. I guess a Warhol. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I mean, you look at a lot of artists like Van Gogh, and that he most of his like these absolutely classic paintings now were done from an insane asylum, and the guy didn't get famous until about what 100 or so years after he died.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but no, what I've noticed with your artworks is that you take ordinary things like you got your fish, you got the shark, you got your cat back there, um, and you put them into these surreal looking surroundings.
Yeah, yep, yep,
Hmm.
yeah.
Sorry, what were you going to say there?
Uh, oh, when we were talking about the Van Gogh thing, so
Yep, yep.
I almost wonder now. So are people in love with his story or his painting? Because I'll be honest,
Hmm.
yeah, like that painting, that's kind of, I don't know. I probably do that, but the times are different back then. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
So that, you know what I mean? That draws a damn good question. Is everybody in love with the story or the finger painting?
I think everyone was in love with the story because some of these paintings of his you look at and you're like, at least one of my mates could make that. Like he's got that painting of his old room, which, by the way, a couple of years ago, my wife and I went to that Van Gogh Alive thing when it came into Sydney,
Mhm.
and they had that room set up as as almost like a film set. You could walk into it, you could sit on the bed, you could sit on the chair, whatever. And I looked at the actual real life painting, and I thought, well, that's probably something a teenager could do.
Yeah.
Oh, make a painting of my room. Well, that's it. Except the teenager's room would probably have a switch laying on the bed, clothes on the floor, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
The clothes wouldn't even be on the chair; they'd be on the floor.
Yeah. Dirty socks and whatnot.
That's it. So, Swagman said he'll join us in about 20 minutes.
Awesome. Heck yeah. Are we live right now?
Yeah, we are live.
Well, I mean, like on the social media stuff. I guess I
Yeah,
could
yeah,
share it.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
But if there's any point where you need to turn off your camera or your mic, that's fine. I can cover it for a bit.
Oh, we should be good.
Hmm.
Maybe she's there rocking and rolling on her bike. Man, kids get old quick, don't they?
They
Holy
do.
moly!
They certainly do. I can't believe my oldest turned 11 on Thursday.
Wow, man.
That's, that's insane, man. Like to me, she'll always be this knee high to a grasshopper little kid. And then
Oh
it's
yeah.
like, wow, you're like, hey, she's almost as tall as me now, and she's 11.
Oh, we were chit chatting at the
Hmm.
dinner table. Got she's got the thing that she's doing in school. Did you ever have pen pals?
Pen pals? Yeah, yeah, actually we did. Not
Yeah.
I didn't have one in Australia, but in South Africa, funnily enough, I had a pen pal in America.
Yeah. Hey, if I shoot you my address, man, or vice versa, I'll have Mabry's daughter. They could be pen pals or whatever. But I thought that was really cool that the schools are still actually doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know if Australian schools are doing it. Like I said, I never
Yeah.
went to primary school here. Are your kids in primary school or high school? I think you said
Just
primary.
regular. Yeah.
Yeah.
My oldest is actually 21.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's
Hmm.
yeah, a bit older, but um, holy moly, that was really interesting.
You're a bit.
So
Hey.
the Bluetooth on my phone
Mm.
was on, and I had my phone in this ear, and this ear was the iPad that I had. I didn't even know I could do that, dude.
That's
Crazy.
cool. Are those what do they call them? AirPods?
Yeah, cheap imitation version. Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Fair enough. It sounds like they have a feature that real life AirPods don't have.
Yeah. Hey, cheap is better, right?
It could be. Could very well be. Hey, if it's any consolation, your mic is coming across clear as day. So
Awesome.
even even if they are cheap, they sound bloody good.
Heck yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Hmm. See, unlike me, my mic stand actually broke the other day, so I got to hold the mic by hand.
Oh, dang. That sucks, dude.
Look here, it's snapped clean off right there. There's that little bit sticking out. There's the stalk that was supposed to go around the bottom of
When
the.
we were at the thrift store earlier today, I seen there was like a little mic, the arm,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and a microphone right next to it. And, like the microphone's just like laying there. And like I looked at Mabry and I'm like, how much you think that microphone actually works? And she's like, probably not. And I'm like, no. Like that poor microphone.
You never know though with thrift stores because sometimes they have some really good quality finds.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Some absolute surprises as well. Like my wife, she goes thrift shopping a lot, right? We've actually got a few thrift shops within walking distance of the house. So
Oh
we got
nice.
one. We got one down in the actual main town, and then there's one maybe a 40-minute walk from here in the other direction. The one in town only sells clothes, which is perfect because the 2-year-old's always outgrowing stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So my wife goes in there and they'll just be like, you know what, what we're doing today, we're selling um, an entire shopping bag filled with kids' clothes for like $2.
Mm.
Saves It saves so much money.
Oh
And then
yeah.
the one further down the road that actually stocks things like electronics.
Oh nice.
So sometimes you'll get really lucky in there, and you'll come across like an original Super Mario Brothers cartridge or something like that.
Oh nice. Yeah, that's what's up.
That's what's up.
we yeah, we I was trying to look for like a new like uh garage TV because it doesn't
Mm.
have M in there. So like
Yep.
all I get's like the air channels, which are good sometimes, but man, them thrift stores actually think like they got like brand new prices on some of them TVs,
Mm.
40, $50. Like, yeah, get out of here. Y'all get that for free.
Hey, if you know where to look, you can get a lot of things for free.
Very true.
And sometimes all you have to know is where to look for the security cameras. You can get everything for free.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't condone that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But well, what else did I have for you? I actually had quite a few topics I wanted to talk about. Back to the whole space thing and like the theme of most of your paintings there. This
Yeah.
one's more of a statement. Movies like Interstellar and Project Hail Mary and Titan AE,
Uh,
they've always been amongst my favorite films, right?
okay.
Because I love that whole floating in space feeling.
Okay.
Yeah. So, an actual question I wanted to ask you was, why spray paint as a medium? Why did you?
Ooh, I
Yeah.
love that. Because like growing up and stuff, um, this is why Dennis the Menace is kind of one of the highlights. like, I always did stuff you weren't supposed to do, and I always
Mm,
like tagging and stuff. And then when I got in trouble, obviously you cannot have spray paint in a correctional facility, so I'd just draw. But then when I got out, and then I found like the street art version of spray painting.
yeah.
Oh, this is pretty dope. And then just mix them all together. It's pretty rad.
That's pretty cool. That's actually something I've noticed about Australia, and I really like about Australia is street art. If you'll see a bit of street art on the side of a building, and if it actually looks good, the council will leave it there.
That's cool. But if
Yeah.
it's like respectful and stuff, it's like, nah.
If it's
Hey,
just
that
random tags and things like that, they'll clean it off. But if someone's gone to great effort and um, put in time and made an actual artwork out of it, they leave it.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, that's in Sydney anyway. I don't know about Perth or
Mm,
anywhere else, but I guess the council sees it as like a free beautification of the area.
that's really cool. Like, how far is like the closest? Where's like the next town? How far away is it?
For me, the next actual thing that would be classified as a town is about 20, 30 Ks away, kilometers, so maybe 16 miles.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
All right,
Because like I said when we talked the other day, it was I live in a semi-rural area, so it's still like half suburban. Um, the closest suburb would be Rosemeadow, which I can walk to, but an actual town like Appin's about 20 minutes drive that way.
I got you.
Yeah, so it's not
Crazy.
far at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that because, like, where my sister lives, she lives like 20 minutes away from me, 15, 20
Mm,
minutes. And, like, she lives in the town of Bar None. But it's like they're all connected, essentially. You know what I mean? It's weird.
mm.
Very-
Bar None. That's an interesting name for a town.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess so. I don't know too much history on it, but
Mm,
they do have like two of these really wide roads that go through there, and I guess like years ago, that's where like the hangar was and shit and the
mm.
plane. They actually have a restaurant down there too. I mean, food's not the best, but the vibe's really cool because it's an old hangar. You know what I mean?
Ah, that's cool. I love that sort of thing. The food doesn't have to be the greatest as long as the setting's good.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. Um, you asked me last week about some Australian like monsters and lore and that sort of thing. Well, there's a pretty interesting one in my area, which you got me thinking about just then. Um, it's the ghost of Fred Fisher.
Fred
So-
Fisher.
Fred Fisher, yeah. This is apparently something that really happened, and there were eyewitnesses and everything, right? So there was back in the 1800s, I think it was about 18 in the 1890s or something like that. There was a real life resident in Campbelltown called Fred Fisher, right? Now, he came over as a convict, earned his freedom, he won a bit of land out here, and then sort of became a landlord, and he got kind of wealthy over that. He ended up buying a pub. The pub that he bought is still standing. And so he traveled, right? He traveled quite a lot, so it wasn't uncommon for him to go missing, just out of the blue. So until one day he actually did go missing. And a couple of months afterwards, some random citizen was walking home from a different pub, not the one that he owned.
Yeah.
And he said that he saw, now in those days, this wasn't a suburb, this was a little farm town. So it was pretty much open country here. He said on his way home from work, he saw a spectre. He saw a spectre sitting on the fence between the road and Mr. Fisher's property. And as he got closer, he saw that the spectre was actually in the form of a human, pointing into the field. So there was the ghost of Frederick Fisher. So this guy thought, all right, I'm going to remember this. He ran back to the pub. He rounded himself up a posse, and they came back. By the time they'd come back, obviously the spectre had disappeared, and they went, right, we're going to go and I think Swagman's trying to join us.
Sweet.
There he is. But he said, we're going to go and inspect this field where the spectre was pointing, right? And they found the body of Mr. Fisher laying by the side of the creek that ran through this field.
Uh-huh.
Now, the interesting thing is that creek actually runs past my house now.
What
Who's the
the?
murder?
So there's an interesting little piece of Australian law for you.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Here's
Yeah.
another one. Paramedics will pick up someone that's got a cold, but a baby with a gash in its leg is not a priority.
Oh no.
That's pretty crap.
Yeah.
So I'm going to introduce you guys. Mr. Swagman, this is Mr. Van der Heiden.
Van der
Yeah.
Heiden. Hey, get home, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm stuck here at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to hear, but boy.
I was playing Busbound on the PlayStation, and then next minute he's pulled the fucking cord, pulled the whole PlayStation on top of himself.
Oh shit.
So, but Sarah's too busy trying to go through my phone or find my phone so she can go through because she thinks girl's message. So instead of watching the baby, her and her fucking bullshit antics as normal, that girls seem to have with, oh, a girl might have messaged you, that's why your phone went off. No, it was just Ryan sending me a text. But she thought it was a female, so of course, let's find your phone.
I could always shave and put some socks under my t-shirt if you want me to.
Wow, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I thought I'd give you a buzz, let you know that I'm here until we finally find out what's going on. So they're still sitting here while they triage someone that's just, I don't know what's going on. I'll call you back.
Yeah, no worries. Okay.
I'll call you back, mate.
All right.
Yeah.
Poor bloke. He's having a hell of a day over there.
Yeah. Hang on. I remember what I was going to ask you now.
Yeah.
Do you think we went to the moon?
Yeah, I think we went to the moon.
Man, I've been seeing a bunch of stuff. It's like really making me skeptical now.
They are, yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know, because it's one of those things too. You know, I'm not personally there, so I'm not witnessing it. But here is one thing that I will say though. the owner of the Casper Spuds, the baseball team here in town. I did see a video when she was in Texas of it like going up into the air.
Yeah, yeah.
Far away. So I mean, that's pretty legit. But I don't know. There's just a bunch of other stuff too. Like I don't know, man.
It's an interesting topic, isn't it? Because it's like, did they or didn't they? You know, we as normal people will never know the truth.
Yeah, yeah.
No, to me, it's
they weren't. Some of them weren't walking. I can't remember if we talked about this last week or not, but some of them like weren't walking like all messed up. They were walking just fine. That was one thing. I mean, yeah, shoot, I can't remember. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like you were saying, yeah, it's difficult.
It is difficult to know. I know though, a fair bit of their training seems to go into keeping fit and all that kind of thing. And they weren't up there for that long. I know the guys that go up to the ISS, they go up there for like 6 months. That fucks their walking right up.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't know though. I like to think that we went because to me, it's just like we did something cool.
Yeah, very true. Yep. Yeah.
It's
same, but at the same time too, it's like, man, if you guys are like faking this, like, kiss my ass. You know what I mean? Why are you messing with us like this? You do have enough technology now that you can easily do it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. I remember now.
Mm-hmm.
How did Nixon call the astronauts when they were up on the moon, dude? Look up clips of that. He told this clearly, and hey, but we were having trouble. We were having trouble connecting. Like,
yeah, I know. In the original recording, there was like an 8-minute delay or something like that, wasn't there? Or no, it wasn't 8 minutes. It was several seconds anyway. There was when you actually talked to them, and then when they replayed the recording to the public, they apparently took the delay out or something. I don't know.
Oh, really? I guess I didn't hear that.
But it was because Nixon called from the White House phone, and then at the actual NASA headquarters, they patched the phone line into the radio to then broadcast it up to the moon to the astronauts. But there is something interesting on that topic that I wanted to ask or talk to you about anyway, which was on that same topic, did you hear Trump's phone call to the astronauts that went up in the Orion?
I did not. No.
Okay. If you listen to it, you can hear it in his voice that he doesn't believe it.
Really? That's sad.
I don't know. He doesn't specifically say it, but it was just in the way that he was talking to them and some of the things he said. I believe that he doesn't believe that they went up. I thought it felt like he was treating it like a joke. But that being said, I'm a little bit of a fence sitter about Trump. I like some of the things he does, and then some of the other things he does, I'm like, who put this guy in charge again?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I try not to pay attention to it so much just because, like, I don't know. It's all just to fucking get everybody to start fighting. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever gonna agree. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's just, I don't know.
It's interesting to hear about that kind of thing from somebody who actually lives in the country that's run by him, though.
Yeah.
Because
if you talk to my old lady, she'd have a completely different opinion on that. She can't
Yeah.
fucking stand.
Fair enough.
I mean, a lot of people do, and there are a lot of people too that voted for him.
Mm.
They're like, man, I wish I would have never fucking done that. It's like, well, that's why I don't vote.
That's fair. I mean, hell,
Yeah.
sometimes when we're talking Australian politics, excuse me, and I go, fuck, I'm glad I didn't vote for any of these arseholes as well.
Yeah.
It's like,
I was like thinking, like, as far as like all like how the politics and like government and all that shit, like,
mm,
man, I didn't actually really start hearing, like, knowing about that stuff till I was a senior in high school.
yeah.
When they just like started talking, because it was a class, like, I don't know, because essentially we just got up and then like you go to school and you go to work, fucking, like everything. I politics.
It was interesting. Where I grew up, as I said, I grew up in South Africa in the 90s. So that was when that whole big changeover was happening. Mandela got out of prison, and he became president during my lifetime. And only a few years before I started at school, he became president, and he was president until 1999 or something like that. And it was such a historic occasion that they were teaching it as history in school while he was still president.
Wow.
So as a young South African, it was kind of what's the word? It was almost mandatory to get into politics at that time.
I gotcha.
Because it was like, wow, we're actually sitting here in the makings of history. Our country's first ever black president after, however many years of turmoil and apartheid and all that. And it's like suddenly all this shit came to an end and a regime got overthrown, really.
Yeah, I don't know. The other thing too is like, well, with the 9/11 deal, what do you think about that? Do you think the government did it, or do you really, you know what I mean? Like, the more shit that comes out, and like the more videos you see of like people that were in some of the buildings, out it's like, come on now, what the?
I can tell you one thing that I know for sure is that at least one plane flew into the World Trade Center that day because it was broadcast live on TV. The whole world saw the second plane hit, right? I don't know who did it. We will never find out who did it for real.
Yeah.
Or even if there was ever anyone on that plane, who knows? For what was I going to say? For all we know, it could have been a radio controlled plane.
Yeah. It's sad.
And yeah, of course it's sad. And I mean, why the World Trade Center of all things?
Yeah, exactly. There. And then what was it? The Pentagon too.
Yeah, the Pentagon, that was the same day, wasn't it? Or a couple of days apart.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was still one of them fucking, well, it's like, I think it might be a fluke.
But the interesting thing was, though, when it happened, I know for America, it happened sort of in the middle of the day, but for us South Africans, I think it occurred at about 9 a.m. So I was at school, Hey.
That's crazy because it was like maybe, no bullshit, man. It was probably like 10, 11 o'clock because I was in my third. Yeah, I think I was in the class before I went to lunch.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, not 9 o'clock. It would have been probably midday for us the next day. Either way, we all went off to school thinking it's just going to be an ordinary day.
Yeah.
Cartoons on TV in the morning, then I went to school, and we didn't have the internet in such a big way as we have now. Like, we didn't have some device in our pockets that was just keeping us up to date with the news as
Yeah.
smartphones do now. So I'm thinking the whole day at school, I'm like, fuck yeah, get home. I'm going to open a bag of chips. We're going to sit and watch like an hour of Pokemon, and then, going to get on with my homework. And I'm really excited for this. I grab my bag of chips when I get home. I go throw myself down on the couch, switch on the TV, and I'm like, oh shit, there's a building collapsing.
Yeah, like, whoa.
Hey, when did this happen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's crazy stuff.
It was crazy stuff, and it's that's just the weird thing about time zones, isn't it?
It is. It is. I'm glad that we finally got ours figured out somewhat.
Yeah. I mean, there's a time that both of us just happen to be awake, and it's a little bit harder though, because now on a call like this one, we got a third time zone to think about, and that fucking time zone changes depending on what point of the year it's in.
Okay.
Because of daylight savings, New South Wales, the state that I live in, has daylight savings, but Western Australia doesn't. So it sort of switches between winter and summer.
What a pain.
Let's see, what have we got here? Yeah, so I asked you why spray paint is a medium. It looks kick-ass. I love the look of spray paint. And we already talked about why it's special to you. That was going to be the next question.
Yeah, and I think and another thing too, to be honest with you, I think that's a lot easier to like play with, so to speak. I don't know. Yeah, that's cool.
I see you come up with some pretty inventive tools for it as well. Like, you were using the cling film before to mix it up, whereas a normal painter would just sort of mix the colors on the palette and then paint with it. You, on the other hand, you got to think of the layers you're going to use and what actual tools you're going to use, like the cling film, or if you're going to use aluminium foil or something to sort of scrape back that paint to bring out the layers below, or how you're going to mix it up. It's actually quite interesting here now, watching your creative process live.
Yeah, man, this lampshade that I got, this thing has been everywhere. So it was like right around when my wife and I kind of first got together and stuff, and then started messing with spray paint more often. There was something on the news with like it was like a benefit for the animal shelter, right?
Yep.
So I went on TV and did like a couple pieces for the shelter and stuff. But what is this lampshade is famous. It's been on TV.
Well, now it's been on the Chill Zone podcast as well.
It's been all over.
Hey, if you ever become an extremely famous painter, one day you're probably going to be able to auction that lampshade off too.
Oh yeah, very true. Yeah.
You can
And, like,
imagine the gloves too. For those people not watching the video right now, he's spraying the white paint onto his gloves and then flicking it to make the stars. Flicking it onto the oh, that looks cool. I like that. And you got the whole solar eclipse look going on there too. That is awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, that is kind of
Oh, the 2-year-old.
neato. Heck yeah.
2-year-old came in to hide from mum. Anytime she's in trouble, she comes running to dad to harbor her like some sort of criminal.
That's right. Well, that's because you'll protect her.
I'll protect her.
Oh. Oh.
I ain't no snitch, man.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. Which of all the pieces you've painted, which are your favorites and why?
I would say it was a couple years ago, I think. We had, so I was a part of the Casper Artist Collective. You would essentially do like events. You get your stuff in the galleries in town. Yep. So one of them was a judged exhibit, and there was like a cash prize on it. Yeah. So I just, man, I went all out, dude. I'm now starting to like realize that there are like reasons for things that you do, you know what I mean? And stuff. So I kept a bunch of my paperwork from prison, like my write-up sheets when I got in trouble, all that stuff. Well, like, so I Mod Podged them on this. Okay, let me think how to describe this. So imagine this big old piece of paper, like notebook paper, and then I have write-ups like Mod Podged on there. I have a poem that I wrote when I was locked up, and then it's just got a big old vulture, and it's got like my number on it, and it's got like a ball and chain type thing on there, and I don't know. I think that was probably one of my favorite pieces, just because like it's essentially like a big fuck you. Like, I'm not your typical paint your flowers type person. I'm like, and I got sick of it. I did. I got second, which is still amazing, but I don't know. I just, that was kind of like my statement.
Okay, and that was obviously a very big part of your life as well. And putting that onto paper must have been quite meaningful for you.
Yeah, it was to like, I don't know, kind of just like, essentially to be like, hey, I'm like really what the fuck I talk about. I'm not, you know what I mean? Yeah. I really did have the shit that I fucking talk about. I think that was that was the reason. Thank you. Because I was like thinking of the reason why I did that. Just to show you that I fucking am what I Popeye. I am what I am.
Hey, yeah. Oh well. No, well, like I said, it obviously it meant something. And it's good that you were able to do something great with what would have been a negative part of your life, or at
Mhm.
least a different part of your life, the kind of thing that a lot of people don't really get to experience.
Yeah. Oh, and I wasn't like others. It wasn't like I'm trying to like glorify. Like it's like
Mm,
you know something cool or anything like that. But like you were saying, like that shit was like a big part of my life. Like I don't know. And like getting sober and shit now too, man. Like I'm just like seeing like
mm,
recognizing like other
yeah.
aspects of my life. Essentially, you know what I mean.
Mm. On that note, there is something else I wanted to ask you, and you can always tell me to cut this from the edit if you don't want other people hearing about it, whatever. But do you mind if I ask you what you ended up going to prison for?
Yeah, it is the by far the well, no, because there is a lot of stupid shit. But
Yeah.
so at the time, I was already on paper already. Um,
Mm.
uh, so I had gotten pulled over one night. It was actually the first time that I ever did methamphetamines.
Okay.
Right? Snorted some shit, fucking da da da.
Mm.
Anyway, so the bar, mind you, so the bar uptown. Are you ready for a story?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm always down for a story.
Yeah. So like the town, the next town, man, there was maybe 100 people in that town.
Yep.
But it was like miles down the road type shit. And the cool thing is like I wasn't from that town, so like
Mm.
they already I was old enough to drink, so like I could
Yeah.
and shit. But anyway, that bar closed down, and me, the gal that I was with at the time, and another dude, were going down Main Street, and I was like, "Oh shit! Like, I'm not supposed to be going this way." And then I turned around and then went back down the street.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
turned, I completely stopped at the stop sign. I seen a vehicle right behind me, and then I asked the girl at the time. I was like, "Hey, so is that the police?" She's like,
Oh, yeah.
"I don't know," and I'm like, "How do you not know?" And then I go and I turn. Shit, it's the highway patrol. Uh,
Yeah.
the crazy thing is well, because I was so high on
Mm.
meth, passed like the sobriety test, but he couldn't figure out why I was still blowing so
Mm.
hot.
Mm. Yeah.
And so went to jail, all that shit. Before I could get released,
Mm.
uh, my probation officer had me piss in a cup.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I had no idea, man, that like if I would have waited just 3 whole days,
Mm.
I wouldn't be in that predicament. But at the time, if you had methamphetamines even in your system, you
Mm.
automatically had of it. So I was charged with a felony possession of methamphetamines.
Oh, even if it's in your system, they charge you with possession.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty interesting. I didn't know that.
I don't, and you know what? I don't know if that's like still the law now to this
Mm.
day. Um, it's funny that we're talking about this now. So just the other morning, like I never really like realized like the whole pardon thing. You know what I mean? To get
Yeah.
like my felony, I was just like, if I can, whatever, it don't matter. But the other day, I was just like, you know what? How gangster would it be to have a piece of paper on your wall and say you got a pardon? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But so I started doing calling around and all that stuff. The lady gave me this email address, and I've been like super polite. Yeah, it's already a big process.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. What's happened here?
Like it's
Something. Oh, I don't know. Oh, well. Yeah, I've actually got a couple of similar stories about stuff like that. Back when I lived in Cooma, which is another small town. Cooma's a town in the southern part of my state, New South Wales, and it's got a population of about 8,000. And then, as you mentioned before, town of 100 people. I also spent a fair amount of my teen years in a town called Adaminaby, which is a very similar population. It's about 100, maybe 180 people, depending on what time of year you go there. Anyway,
Okay.
that's beyond the point. So Cooma, small town, there was one cop that would constantly pick on me for no reason. This guy just had it in for me, hated me. Every time this motherfucker saw me, he'd pull me over just to breath test me. I'd never done anything to him. I probably, you know what it was. I almost got sent to prison myself once because of an assault charge. And he was the responding officer. So ever since then, he just fucking had it in for me. Every time he saw my car, whoop woo, pull over, breath test you, and he'd go over my entire car for defects. Get a driver. Like, you don't have to fucking call me driver, Mick. You know me from fucking yesterday, you bastard.
Yeah.
When one of your back tires is almost bald. I'm like, yeah, because you told me fucking yesterday as well. But anyway, he'd pull me over every opportunity he got. That whole almost going to prison thing, I was very lucky. The person that charged me, or the person that tried to give me the charge, they ended up withdrawing it. That's a story for another time.
Okay.
And then a couple of years ago, I was driving Uber, and I picked up this woman, okay, and she gave me an address that was just a random address in the middle of the suburbs. Now, as an Uber driver, if it's a 2-leg trip, because I don't know how Uber works in America, but over here, you put in the details of the entire trip before the driver even accepts it, right? So I can see. It's the first leg ends at a random address in the suburbs, and then the second leg ended back where we started. So I was like, 100% this chick's going to her dealer's house. That's how it happens. That's just what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I take her to the dealer's place. A couple of minutes later, she gets back in the car. I back out of the driveway. We go around the corner, and the next thing I know, there's an unmarked highway patrol car behind me, lighting me up. Right? So I look back at this girl, and I was like, I'm not running from these dudes in a fucking Toyota Corolla, okay? It's not gonna happen. Because they were in a fully blown, what was it, Chevy Camaro or something, brand new one. I'm like, a Toyota Corolla's not outrunning that. So they light me up, and I'm like, I turn to this girl and I go, you know what they're pulling us over for? Whatever you do, don't lie. Because she started to get nervous. She's obviously never dealt with the police before. Like, don't lie to them, because it's just going to make it worse. So, yeah, the officer gets out of the car. His partner comes up to the other window, and they had a third girl who came up to the back door. Okay, and they the leading officer goes, now, what was your business at that house, driver? Oh, no. What he said was, we've pulled you over for a random breath test. Okay. And I was like, no, you haven't. But anyway, go ahead. And he goes, just out of interest, what was your business at that house? Oh, that was cool. And I was like, listen, mate, I'm just an Uber driver. I don't know what was going on. My passenger was the one who dealt with him. As far as I know, she was just visiting her uncle or something like that. Whatever. I have no idea what was going on here. So they got this lady out of the car, and again asked her the same question: "What's your business there?" And she goes, "Oh, nothing, nothing. I didn't go there for any real reason." And then the cop asked, "Did you buy anything from him?" And she says, "No." And I thought, "Oh my fucking god!" And it was right when she said no that I looked back and I see the female officer pulling her gloves on, and I'm like, you shouldn't have fucking lied.
Damn.
Luckily for this girl, right, because they patted her down and they got the shit off her, but luckily for this girl, they were not after anyone carrying, they were just after evidence on the dealer.
I gotcha.
So essentially, they just went, right, you've obviously bought your shit. We're going to have to keep this. You can go on your way, but this is evidence against old mate.
Just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Get back in the car and just get out of here. You're leaving here empty-handed today. I'm like, holy shit, that was something I didn't need.
Right. What's like the punishment? Like, say if you would get like caught with any like drug, I guess.
I think
That's-
these days it depends on the amount. Like if you've obviously got a couple of kilos worth of weed or something on you, you're going to jail for a bit. But if you've only got a few ounces, they'll pretty much just confiscate it and tell you to piss off.
Oh, gotcha. I love that. Piss off. I made a couple paintings that say that.
That's it. What was the next one? So of your favorite paintings, have you sold any of them?
That one I have not, no, but I have sold quite a few. Throughout the years. I do have that one really big event, which I'm super stoked about. So, 2 years, this will be the third year in a row. Back in my hometown, Mitchell, South Dakota, they have Arts in the Park down there. And, that event is just, it's amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is like Arts in the Park here and stuff, but going back there is, it's awesome. It's family reunion, damn near. All my buddies are there. And,
I was going to say you see all your mates down there.
Oh, it's so much fun, and the family's going to be coming down this year too. Yeah, it's just going to be a great time. But and I do like commission pieces too if somebody wants something done. But I kind of been. I really haven't been taking too many commission pieces lately. Just because, like, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I guess like a year or so ago, it would be a different story because, like, I wasn't working the same job that I am now. You know what I mean? I'm in a totally different mind frame now. And yeah, so like I don't know. Before I was relying, I believe, a lot on just commission paintings and stuff, which a lot of them could. I don't know. I lost my train of thought there.
Well, what are some commissions that you've actually enjoyed doing, and the ones that you weren't just in it for the money, you actually thought, yeah, this is going to be a fucking cool piece. I'm really going to work on this one.
One of the coolest, probably most challenging, pieces that I did last year. A friend of mine, his daughter has autism,
Okay.
and really wanted a piece for her, and he just pretty much like gave me the idea. The other thing too is he wanted her to be able to touch it,
Okay.
right?
Right. So you wanted a bit of that sensory feedback for her.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like that was like, kind of like a challenge too, but I made it work amazing. Like I had like her name like came off of the canvas so she could actually touch it, and then I just took like that chicken wire stuff
Yep.
and put it all over top of there so that way you wouldn't be able to just rip it off. You know, you could it's really cool, really meaningful too. Honestly,
You didn't happen to put it up on your Instagram, did you?
yeah, all of my paintings and stuff are on my Facebook page, Vanderheiden
Facebook
Design.
page. Okay.
Yeah. It seems like I've been having like more success, but I think I kind of want to switch over to Instagram because I've been kind of playing around with it a bit, a couple weeks, and man, I'm just getting like random people liking my stuff versus the same people that always like it on Facebook. It's like, why is this getting distributed out all over, but when I post something on Facebook, it's just to the same people all the time.
Yeah, I think it's because on Facebook it only distributes it to your followers and your friends, whereas on Instagram it actually sort of injects it into the algorithm so that everyone can see it.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
I'm not sure. I don't use Instagram a lot myself, but I have an account. Anything that I upload to Facebook automatically goes to Instagram because I got them linked.
Yeah.
But if anyone was interested in searching up your artworks, where would they find you on Facebook?
All you have to do is just type in Vanderheiden Design. That's VANDERHEIDEN Design. Yeah, I mean you can type it into anywhere. I'm on all the wonderful platforms I can get my hands on. I guess that are free.
Hey, you got to advertise yourself somehow, and
yeah,
unfortunately, like Facebook. Facebook's a really good one. I say unfortunately. I just sort of threw that word in there. I shouldn't have. It's Facebook is a good one. Same with Instagram. I mean, Instagram, I get a few more likes and follows and that out of Instagram than I do out of Facebook. So probably 6 or 7 per episode. But it's a good one. What else did I have for you? So, as we know, you work in a smoke shop, Forbidden Leaf. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, guess.
Did I come in on the wrong end of that? You work in a smoke shop?
Yes, I do. I sure do.
Oh. He dropped out again. Anyway, yeah. You work in Forbidden Leaf, right? This is just something that I'm asking you as a person. What's your opinion on vaping versus smoking the old-fashioned way?
Well, to be honest with you, man, it has helped a lot of people just get off regular cigarettes.
Yeah.
So that is, that's amazing. That's how one of the, I quit smoking cigarettes from vaping.
Are we talking a weed shop?
No, we're talking about smoking in general. So,
yeah.
Sorry. While you dropped out there, I asked Steve what his opinion is on vaping versus smoking. Anyway, sorry, go on, Steve.
Just
preferably neither.
Hang on.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll be right back. The nurse just got in.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good because it does help people quit, smoking. But yeah, I mean, I used to vape,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
smoking. I don't know.
Oh, fair. All right. No, that's all right. We'll move on to the
They're
next
all
thing.
bad for you, essentially. You know what I mean?
Hey,
they're all bad for you. I mean,
it's all nicotine in the end, isn't it?
it is. Yep.
Yeah. Where else were we? So you said one of your daughters is at a volleyball tournament. How's she going in that?
They are doing good.
Yeah.
As I know, they were still playing. When we were before we started
Mm-hmm.
the show, but I'm sure they're probably done by now. But yeah, it's weird that it's weird that they have it for 2 days, but I understand because it's the national
Yeah,
field.
that's fair. So Swagman's
Back.
back.
I am back. Yes,
Hey,
no. So the
that's-
doctor says that he's just going to clean it up.
yeah.
Well, the doctor that because I pulled him away from a woman that my leg's sore, and I just thought my son's leg's cut open. You can wait for your damn fucking X-ray for your stupid fucking leg because your leg's sore. I've got a baby with its fucking blood pissing out its leg. You can fucking wait.
Yeah, fair enough.
Pulled the doctor. I said, can you please come and check my son's leg before I fucking use that pink phone on the wall? I said, because his leg's pissing out blood, so you need to do something. So they quickly fucking came over, had a look, and he's like, yeah, we're going to have to rip that. Oh, really? I said, you sure you don't want to go sort out the lady that's just got a sore leg? A GP could have solved that with an X-ray fucking cert. Fucking whole thing's built up in there because people have got a sore leg or they got a headache. The fucking ED, it's for emergencies. People don't understand that these days.
Nah,
they treat it like a GP clinic.
That's the downside to free Medicare, though, isn't it? People just go in. They go into the emergency room for every little thing.
I can guarantee if the emergency department started charging people $50 or $100 to go to ED, you'd watch a drastic decline in people going to ED because they've got a headache or they've got the flu. They'd stop coming and they'd be like, yeah, nah, I don't have the funds for it. So unless it's a category 1 or 2, you shouldn't be in ED to start with. If you've got the flu and you've been shitting out for the last week, go to ED because chances are you're dehydrated. You need to get some fluid into you, which will be IV antibiotics and fluid. But in that ED right now, there's about 30 people in there, and I would say a good 20 of them have got arms wrapped up or got their leg wrapped up, or they just don't need to be there. I've heard their triage, and it's I've just got a sore leg. I've had a headache for the last 2 weeks. Why are you here? Go see your GP. You walk in here.
That's you speaking as somebody whose wife is a nurse too. Oh no, what does she do? She's general manager, isn't she?
She's a team lead HIMSS manager of like 72 to 80 staff.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it's just what's it like over there in America? Do people just go to ED over anything, or is it pretty like full on over there?
I think they're cutting down because obviously you have to have insurance. If you don't have insurance, you're not getting seen.
Right. You got to have insurance over there to see an emergency doctor, eh? So that always blew my mind. So if you're like pissing out blood or severely unwell, then go to ED. But I only come here if need be. Like if I'm completely dehydrated and I've been tracking, if I know that my body's about to shut down, I'll call the ambulance and have them bring me in. But literally the people that are in there at the moment are sitting there with their arms like this. It's like, okay, your arm's probably fractured. Go see your GP and go to GP. There is nothing ED can do on a Sunday that you're not already doing. They're going to confirm your arm's broken, keep it in that sling for 2 weeks, go see your GP.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, Jesus Christ. Like, it's just, even the paramedics are just like, this is insane. He goes, they actually said, we've never seen it this busy on a Sunday. And it's mainly kids with arms and slings because they've hurt themselves at sport.
Something that really could have been solved on the field or something like that.
Yeah, on the field or at a GP clinic. It's just, look, parents just get overworked and they're just like, yeah, nah, fucking, we need to take him to hospital. You know, it's just like, enough's enough. A lady who would be like 45 goes, oh, I broke the tibia of my foot the other week, so now I'm worried about the other side because I can't feel my toes. And the doctor touched her toes and she started moving her toes. And he goes, your leg's fine. He goes, sit there and wait. And I said, you realise my son's leg's pissing out blood, you're here over your fucking foot? I said, it's people like you that are clogging up our system and we can't get proper care because of idiots like you.
Yeah.
I said, you've got the flu, you got something wrong with you, stay home and go see your GP. These guys at ED are here to save your life, not because you've got a fucking headache and got the flu.
Yeah.
Well, if you are dying, you need to be seen by a doctor. If you've been unwell for a week or two, you need to see a doctor. If your piss is so dark yellow that you can't hydrate yourself with 6 liters of water, go to ED and say, hey, I've tried to hydrate myself, I can't. Go to ED. Oh my God, these people in here driving me nuts. Like.
Is this a good time to plug the Aussie Pal?
Yeah, this is a good time. And stay tuned for Aussie Pal, where you can get all your hydration from your 2-liter bottles. Now come in fun size of 1 liter.
Hey, this one here is the 1 liter.
There you go, fun size.
But yeah.
What are you painting for me there, Harden?
Just painting, essentially. Yep.
That looks bloody good.
Thank you.
It's been good to watch his creative process this morning. I've really been enjoying it.
That's insane. Look at it. Is that your...
What's that?
Your whole garage just looks like it's full of paintings.
Yep, that's pretty much studio.
So what's the go with 3-wheel bicycle? Is that still going?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of just essentially just dying out, to be honest. I kind of want to. I'm not going to quit podcasting completely. So I'm going to keep doing that. I've been doing that shit. Well, I've been doing it for almost 10 years.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
So you've been doing it a while.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it kind of, just with everything that was going on, it lost its momentum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that happens. I mean,
yeah. With everything that's been going on over there with you guys, you've got a president that does good shit, and he takes 100 steps forwards, and then he just does something drastic and takes 2,000 steps backwards.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad even you say that, Swag Man, because I'll say this, amongst the 3 of us, you're probably the biggest Trump supporter in the room.
I know, in some of the shit he does, he's great. Like, he does some good shit, but then he just does shit like start a fucking war, for instance, and fuck up the whole world, and then tells the world, well, you know what, yeah, we started the war, but fuck it, you deal with it, you get your own oil, to the point that it's literally crippling Australia over the actions that he took. Had he not got involved, well, none of this would have been happening to start with. It mind boggles of the shit he creates, and then tells people, fuck it, you deal with it.
Oh, did you did you see that he almost got assassinated?
Yeah,
Yeah.
assassinated. I'm just wondering who he paid. I'm just wondering how much they got paid for it.
Oh, the thing that I think is really funny is like when you sit there and you like watch the footage and stuff like that. But like the other thing is they got the vice president out of there before they actually got the president out. Like,
Your priorities lay closest to the door. Get the vice president out of here. What about your president? I would have been all over the president. And then did you see the female? Like the security didn't grab her. She just went, fuck it, hit the floor. I'm pissed. I must have watched it 10 times just watching her hit the floor because security wouldn't even grab her. She just hit the fucking floor going, I'm not getting shot. And then you've got all the other coppers sitting there. They see him running. You see the dog handler just pull the dog out from the door and then just watch what's going on.
oh yeah.
Release your dog. Like, go get him. Like, nah, let's just pull the dog back and we'll just watch this bloke run down the hallway. I don't know if this bloke got shot or not because I haven't actually gone and looked at the story. I've just seen the video. So, but you got all the coppers that drew their guns, and not one of them, I don't think, fired a gun because I didn't see any shots or anything going off. But it's just mind-boggling that a bloke can run through there with a rifle, and not one of them thought, "Hey, better grab this bloke running."
Yeah.
Just let him run all the way to the conference room before we fucking get to him. Obviously, I think the doors must have been locked. I think that's what fucked him up. That's how he got caught. I think the doors would have been locked.
At least put one in his leg or something so he can't run. But no,
mate, the minute I would have been already see the thing with me already doing security for 5 years. I would have already, the security gates are down. I would have already been fucking on alert, making sure no one's coming running and just staying aware. But this officer's just fucking eyes down. Let's do this, let's do that, instead of fucking keeping an eye on both ends of what's going on, like he should have been. Especially the other officers. No thought of, hey, let's also watch the door to make sure no one runs through while this is down.
Yeah.
Everybody, let's all look at the one item and not on anything else. Oh, there's a bloke running with a gun. Chase him.
That's it. That's it.
Fuck.
I did have a couple more things I noted down that I wanted to speak to Steve about. One of them being another massive thing that's happened between America and the rest of the world is King Charles's visit. What's your opinion on that, Steve?
I fucking don't care. Videos or whatever, I guess. You know what I mean? That he was here.
See, the thing with King Charles as well, it's he's just a regular bloke now, and I don't think that's sunk into his head yet. That it's no longer that the king has power. It is you're just the head of state, and the prime minister might come and talk to you when he needs something over there in the UK, or he might not. You're just a everyday Joe that got lucky to be in a castle. It's no longer the day where the king and queen get to rule the earth. It's been there a long time. People hold respect for you, and that's it. And unfortunately, you get all their tax money, which is why the UK is still fucking broke. So it mind boggles me how he goes on these tours and presidents and prime ministers are all like, "Oh, the king is coming." It's like, who gives a fuck? What's he done for me?
Yeah.
What has he done for fucking Biden, Van der Heiden? Has he fucking bought any of his paintings? No. What's the president going to do? Ask him for money? The president's got money. Like, not only his own personal wealth, but also the fucking whole of America's wealth. So,
Hey,
what can the king offer?
I just thought it was an ironic thing to do, right? Because he came over to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And I thought, Wasn't this the Declaration of Independence of America from England, or are you coming over to celebrate losing America, or what? Like, what's happening there? I just thought that was a bit of a strange thing to do.
Oh, yeah. I heard also that one of the reasons why they were taking cursive out of schools,
Yeah.
that way you can read the Declaration of Independence. What the?
Yeah.
It's quite possible. I'm just
it's
glad
weird,
that
man.
I'm just glad that it's our generation is probably one of the last ones that ever learned how to read cursive.
Like cursive, how to read cursive, how to learn fucking Roman numerals. Like this new generation that are coming through now, they can't function without a fucking iPad. And
No,
you mention what dial up is, or get a rotary phone, and they're like, "What's this?" You're just like, "Wow." You show them a fax machine, and they're like, "Where's the internet button?" Like, what is this? Are you serious? Yeah, nah. The generation that's coming through now, the government over here, and it's probably the same in America, they've made it the rules so easy to bend that you can't get into shit unless you're above the age of 14. You ain't going to jail. And they stupidly came out. This is what happened over here, Steve. They stupidly came out and told people that, hey, we can't do anything under the age of 14. So go nuts. You may as well have come out and said, hey, come rob my house because you won't be charged. And if you're charged, you'll get a slap on the wrist and see you later. You get to do it again.
Yeah.
Well, that's how messed up our country's got, that they came out to tell people, well, there's not much we can do. Justice system won't do anything unless they're over the age of 14. Why would you tell people that? What?
Over here, it's 18. And then you get tried. Well, 18, you get tried in as an adult.
Yeah.
But you can get juvenile charges, obviously.
See that? I think they need to reintroduce juvie and lower the age gap to the age of 13. I think it's got to the point now, if you're at 13 and you're breaking into houses and cars, well, you deserve to be locked up like a fucking adult.
Yeah.
You should know right from wrong now. You're not 12, you're not 11, you're not 10. You know better now. You're 13, you fuck up, you go to juvie. But they've got this mentality of, I can keep fucking up, I'll just get a slap on the wrist. So it ain't going to matter to me. And we just had break-ins in our street last night. And we're in a private estate area that's newly built. But of course, everyone knows they can't get into shit, so they're going to keep doing it.
Yeah. Well, I seem to recall Steve saying he only had about an hour to chat.
Yeah, I'm going to hop out of here.
Hey.
No, okay.
We're going to have to do this again, for sure.
We are,
100%. Hey, if you're free every Sunday.
Well, it's my Saturday.
Your Saturday.
Your Saturday, our Sunday. What's it like living in the past? Can you give me some lotto numbers? Or?
Right?
We'll share the winnings evenly.
Well, yeah. I'll tell you what the winning dog horses are going to be, and you give me the lotto numbers. My God, the amount of money that I've lost on the dogs this week is unbelievable. Good 300-400. All right, guys, I'll let you go. I've got to shoot back in, and hopefully.
All right, yeah.
I had to leave before I killed the doctor.
I think we might just call it a day there, but we'll definitely do this again soon, and hopefully nothing pops up that sort of stops us from being able to do it like today.
Yeah, today was a very last minute. Everything went to shit in the last half hour.
Yeah.
I think we've kind of established what time it all kind of works for us. So
100%.
Around about this time on a Sunday, or in your case Saturday, Steve. But anytime you want, just give us a ring, mate. We'll be happy to get back on three-wheel bicycle with you as well.
Oh shit, yeah. Anytime you want to do that, let us know.
Yeah.
All right.
100%.
Well-
All right, I'll let you guys
So-
go. I'm going to jump in.
All right, mate. Take it easy.
Take it easy, bye.
Bye. So yeah, that's that was Swagman. I forgot his screen name there for a second. And I have been speaking to the wonderful Mr. Stevie V of Vanderheiden Design and the Three Wheel Bicycle Podcast. And you have been listening to the Chill Zone. So thank you very much for tuning in. If you've been listening to us live, which I think one person has been, which is one more person than what we usually get, you guys are wonderful. And yeah, we'll chat again very, very soon. Thank you, Steve.
Later.
All right, mate. Take care.
Hey, you too, man. It was good.
All right. Cheers. I'll hit the outro music and then we can switch it all off. Hang on.